Hi friends, myself A.K. Magdum, working as lecturer in SIT Polytechnic Mechanical Engineering Department. Today in this session, we covered the remaining part of gear manufacturing, that is unit number 3 of advanced manufacturing process. The contents before going to discuss, I request all of you to subscribe my YouTube channel to getting the new videos and a learning material from this YouTube channel. The lecture contents are, first of all, working principle of gear hobbing. Second one is the types of gear hobbing, and last one is the advantages, limitations and applications of gear hobbing. So this much contents which are covered under the 3.2 gear hobbing process. First of all, gear hobbing process. Here, the meaning of the gear hobbing is a process in which gear is cut by a generating process by rotating the gear blank and the cutter called a hob. At the same time, with a fixed gearing ratio between hob and gear blank, there is the actually gear is produced with the help of gear hobbing process. In a simple manner or simple definition of a gear hobbing process is what? This one is the red color which is showing in this image, which is a gear hob is there, which is a continuously rotating, and at the same time this one is the upper portion of that image which is showing the gear blank, which is moved towards the rotating gear hob, and due to which whatever the material you want to remove, in that case that hob which is continuously come into contact with the gear blank and removing the certain quantity of material from that gear blank, and at the end we are generating the gear at the end of gear hobbing process. Before going to discuss how the gear hobbing is actually works, we observe the small video of a gear hobbing process. This is the gear hob and this one is the gear blank. This cutter which is continuously cut the material from that gear blank, and at the end here is the gear, some different manufacturing methods of a gear hobbing process, and continuously oil medium which is blowing in between the gear blank and the gear hob. This is the clearly observe you, that is the gear hob which is continuously come into contact with the workpiece surface and removing the material from the workpiece itself. So this much about the gear hobbing process. All of you observe this video and getting the brief idea about the how the gear hobbing process is actually carried out. Next one is the, in this process the gear blank is fed towards the rotating hob until the required depth is reached. Means what? What is the depth you required for the gear teeth? According to that, you want to move the gear blank towards the rotating gear hob. Then and then only you can achieve the or reach the gear depth teeth at the end of manufacturing of a gear hobbing process. Next one is the hob is fed across the face of the blank until all the teeth are complete. Means each and every teeth of the gear hob which is come into contact with the gear blank, and then afterwards at the end you are reaching the or getting the profile of the gear with the help of gear hobbing process. Next one is the, in hobbing spur gear, the hob teeth are set parallel. That is a very important thing. Whenever you want to manufacturing the spur gear, in that case there is the hob teeth are parallel to the gear blank, and we can manufacturing the straight teeth over the gear blank. That is called as a spur gear. Whenever we want to manufacturing the gear helical gear, in that case hob teeth are uh, hob teeth are actually at a certain angle, so due to which there is the angular teeth which are manufacturing over the gear blank, and that type of a gear which is manufactured with the help of gear hobbing process, that is called as a helical gear. Next one is the, we discussed this part also. Next one, there is the while worm gears are produced with the axis of the hob set a right angle to the gear blank. That is a very important thing. Whenever you want to manufacturing, there is the worm gear. In that case, hob and the gear blank both are keep at an right angle. Then and then only we can easily manufacturing the worm gears with the help of gear hobbing process. So this much construction or principle of a gear hobbing process. With the help of that hob, we can easily manufacturing the spur gear, helical gear, worm and worm gear. So various types of gears we can easily manufacture with the help of this gear hobbing process. And last one, generally two techniques are used in hobbing process. First one, conventional hobbing is there, and last one is the line hobbing is there. So this much about the gear hobbing process. And next one, here in this image you can easily observe that here there is the upper portion which is showing the gear hob is there, which is continuously come into contact with the rotating gear blank, due to which there is a certain quantity of each stroke material is removed from that gear blank, and at the end of the stroke we can easily manufacturing the gear with the help of gear hobbing process. So this much about the gear hobbing process. Next, what are the advantages of gear hobbing process? First one, it's a versatile process. Why it is called as a versatile? Because more than 1, 2, 3 types of gears we can easily manufacture with the help of gear hobbing process. It can cover a variety of work including spur, helical, worms and worm wheels, spines and serrations, and variety of special forms. So this is called as a versatile process, and that is a very important advantage of a gear manufacturing process with the help of next, indexing is a continuous, hence no error. That is a very important advantage. Whenever we are generally manufacture the gears with the help of this process, there is a continuously indexing is required to manufacturing the teeth over the gear blank. So there may be no chance to produce the certain errors at the time of manufacturing. So that is a very important advantage. Next one is the rate of production is high as compared to other generating processes. So that is a very important advantage, because production point of view, we can easily manufacture the high production, or easily we can maintain the high production rate with the help of this type of gear hobbing process. Next, the process is applicable for small as well as large scale production. So this much about the advantages of gear hobbing process. Next one is the, what are the disadvantages of gear hobbing process? First of all, not adapted to generate internal gears. So that is the very important drawback of this gear hobbing process. Whenever you want to manufacture the internal gears, in that case this gear hobbing process is a not suitable one. Means what? This process is only suitable for external teeth of gears. That is the actual limitation of this type of gear manufacturing process. Next, second one is the restricted adjacent shoulders larger than root diameter of the gear. So that is the important drawback at the time of manufacturing, because there is the adjacent shoulders which are larger than the root diameters. So due to which there is the inaccurate job which will be produced with the help of this hobbing gear manufacturing process. So this much about the advantages and disadvantages of gear hobbing process. And last one is the spline and serrations are not suitable for hobbing. So whenever you want to manufacture the splines or splines and serrations, there is the this process is not suitable. So these are the various disadvantages of gear hobbing process. So this much about the various advantages and disadvantages of hobbing process. So this is the contents which are covered under this 3.2 hobbing process. Thank you very much.